What's going on, guys? It's Lewis here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick little run through the 1.4 update, the new features and stuff. I've not got everything. I've got the main sort of features, but I've probably forgotten a couple of things, and there are some smaller things that I either can't show or personally I just don't understand them. Before I start, if I just go into multiplayer, I go edit, you can now hide the address. So if you're doing a let's play or something and you don't want people knowing your IP, then you can enable or disable said IP address. Obviously that one doesn't matter because it's a matchy one, but anyway, so gameplay wise, as you can probably tell, quite a lot of things have actually been added. So let's start with this chest. Aside from the fact that leather now looks quite a bit different, you can actually dye the armor. It's dyeable with any color that you can get, so red, blue, green, stuff like that. And to dye it, all you got to do is, we're going to game mode 0. You put it in and you put the dye next to it, and you'll get a leather tunic dyed, and it will be whatever colour you've put next to it. So yeah, now I know why they've done it, but I really do not like the fact that you keep the brown strips and stuff on you. I think with some sort of colour settings they're going to look pretty cool, but not with all of them, not with all of them at all. So if I just turn bobbing off actually. So here is the first mob that I'm going to be looking at. They're bats. They drop absolutely nothing at all, so they're mainly there for ambulance, and they are really loud. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're very, very loud. They will spawn anywhere in a large enclosed area, so yes, that basically means caves. But if you was to make, for example, a massive overstretched building or something like that, they could spawn in there, as long as it has a light level of 10 or less. The only way I've got them in here is obviously I've spawned them. They are passive, so they will not attack you ever. You can hit them as much as you want and they will not attack you. And they are also the only flying mob in the overworld. So yeah, it's pretty cool. In the daytime they will sleep, as you can see right up there. Oh, I'm not in game mode not anymore. They will fly off when you get close to them though, as you can see. But yeah, they will sleep during the day, and at night time they should, I don't know, I saw a couple of them move out, but yeah, and now I have creepers and stuff. So what game mode am I on? Okay. Actually, I should be able to just go peaceful. Yep, there you go. The next mob I'm going to be looking at is the Witherbot mob. Wow. It has a drop, which is the Nether Star. I'm not sure on the rarity of it, but yeah, good luck trying to kill it. It will spawn only when created by the player, like that, and to get them skulls, you have to get them from the Wither skeletons in the Nether. The Wither boss, I'm just going to call it the Wither boss now. The Wither boss has 300 hit points, which means effectively it has got 150 hearts, which is pretty insane when you think about how we only have 10. As you see, the heads are obtained from wither skeletons. The wither right there is hostile to everything but the undead, so it will kill. Be careful where you spawn it, because it will kill your pigs, your cows, chickens, basically anything but zombies, skeletons and stuff like that. It has 2 attacks, a fast and black one, and a slow and blue one. However, the blue one is only shot if the difficulty is set to normal or above, and the blue attack can break any block in the game other than bedrock. So if you think you're safe by setting up an obsidian fortress, you're wrong. It will break through it. I'll spawn him later on because he's going to ruin everything once I spawn him, so I'll spawn him later on. Next up, anvils. Their use is to repair items, rename items, and combine enchanted items. They cost experience to use, so for example if you put something in there, it's going to cost XP in order to get the repair or the rename or whatever. It doesn't cost if you're on creative mode, but it does cost if you're on survival mode. On each and every single use you use the anvil, it has a 12% chance to become damaged. I don't know if that's, for the first use 12% chance to become damaged, for the second use 24%, or if it's just 12% chance for every use, but as far as I can tell it's just 12% chance for every use. Anvils are affected by gravity, which is why you have that up there, and if an anvil falls, it can and will cause damage. The amount of damage it does depends on the height fallen. So if I just go in here, that was really loud. If I just go in here, you can see we have normal anvil here, and that's the interface for it. So if I go ahead and, oops, if I get that, if I put it in there, I can rename it Bane of Nothing, and it'll cost me 7 levels, but obviously because I'm on creative mode, don't have to do anything. And there we go, Bane of Nothing. So you can rename weapons like that. And it just disappeared. Oh yeah, it's in here. Nope, no, it just disappeared. Here we have the slightly damaged anvil, does the same thing, and here the very damaged anvil again does the exact same thing. The crafting recipe for it is 3 blocks of iron along the top, 1 iron ingot in the middle, and 3 iron ingots on the bottom. Now there was meant to be a zombie down there, but because I swapped over to peaceful, did not think about that. So zombie. Here we go. Now if I go up and I set this off, which this is a new addition here, the wooden button. See, the anvil's gone. Oh, well that's not very good. Well, it damaged it, I'm guessing. So I wonder if, let's try that again. Oh, there we go, it killed it eventually. So yeah, also they make noises when placed and when they fall. And if you just watch there, so if I put a perfectly good anvil there and I set it off, I don't know if you can see that, but it is slightly damaged. You see, slightly damaged anvil, even though it was perfectly good when I placed it. So yeah, they do lose, they do get damaged when they fall. Next up is my little farming area, I guess. Chickens now use seeds in order to breed instead of wheat. So here's my little chicken coop. So if I give them a seed here, just going to turn the sound down a bit, pretty loud. Sorry if you couldn't hear me during any of that. It'll be quite awkward. So yep, so as you can see they're staring at me for the seeds. If I give them, they're going to breed. And there you go. As you can see, you also now get experience for breeding animals, which is pretty cool. Here's my pig pen, and if I just go around here, pigs now use carrots to breed instead of wheat, and they can be controlled when ridden or when riding by using a carrot on a stick. So if I go in here, take out some carrots, going to go ahead and breed now. And this here is a carrot on a stick. That is the crafting recipe for it. It's just a fishing rod with a carrot diagonally right to it. To get carrots and the other item, which is potatoes, you get them from villagers. If I ride him, nope, easy. There we go, I am riding the pig. It's not the fastest of things, but it does gain speed the longer you are on it. Okay, you're free, have fun. Also, you now gain experience for fishing as well as breeding, as you saw there. Just decided to use some anvils to stop them getting out or whatever. Which I find really weird because the level cap is lower, but there's now more ways to get experience, and of course there's squid in there. I'm gonna get a fish. No, I'm not gonna get a fish in time. So, up next, and this is pretty cool, is the witch's hut. Trust me on that, you do get experience. I have tested it, but it just doesn't want to work here. Here is the witch's hut. It will very rarely spawn in swamp biomes, and it looks pretty cool, I have got to admit. This is an exact replica basically of it. It will have water out around the bottom. It probably won't have squid. If I just come up the top, as you can see, it looks pretty cool. And if we go inside, it will always have a crafting bench, a cauldron, and a potted mushroom in there. Interesting. Up next is the beacon. In order for it to work, it has to be placed on top of a diamond or emerald, gold or iron pyramid right there. There's different combinations. It doesn't have to be coming out the ground. The beacon can literally be on the ground as long as the pyramid is beneath it, and you can have the pyramid for the most part as big as you want. And it will provide temporary bonuses. So if I right click it, it's now going to regenerate me and give me a jump boost, but I'm not noticing much. Let's try speed. Nope. Oh well. Here's the recipe for it. It is 5 glass on top like a hood, a nether star which you get from the wither, then 3 obsidian along the bottom, and that will give you 1 beacon. Up next, this is a bunch of different changes. If I just a bunch of different changes here, which is why there's one sort of thing for them. Repeaters can now be locked by powering that side with another repeater, as I have done here. So as you can see, if you follow this round, normally if this was unlocked, I'm pretty sure that redstone would have been able to carry a current. Like that. But basically I'm not too sure of the usefulness for this. And then if I just do that, as you can see, that's now locked it off. Redstone. Getting confused again. So if I go like that, and it will now power this. However, if I do that, it will only continue to power this side. I'm not too sure how this could be used, so I don't exactly understand it myself. It does look a bit confusing for me, but whatever. Here we go. These are flower pots. They're a decorative item, and you right click with them to place them, and you can put flowers in them, or mushrooms like you saw over there. The recipe is just 3 bricks like that, basically a bucket brick. I mean a brick bucket. Here are cobblestone walls. You can get mossy cobblestone walls as well. They basically behave exactly like fences. So yeah, if you don't want to use wooden fences anymore for your farm, you can now use stone. Logs will now face the surface they've been placed on. So instead, like they used to when Jeb made the update that you could change the direction of logs, they originally even face the direction that you place them in, which is really annoying because it basically made wooden houses like out of actual logs a lot harder to create. But now, as you can see, it just depends on where you place them, which I think makes a lot more sense and therefore makes the update good. Here we go, got some stairs. I'll now connect to other stairs in order to form corners, which finally allows us to do things like this. So before you'd have to have a half slab right here, half slab there, there and there in order to make it, but now you can just use stairs and it will do a much nicer looking thing. You can still use half slabs obviously, but obviously stairs look a lot better, and that beacon just goes on for ages. I don't think it's ever going to stop. I'm travelling inside the beacon, man, it's so trippy. Wow, is this thing ever going to stop? Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to stop. So that's a majority of it. Again, I probably missed out a ton of stuff because this was a massive update. Sorry if you wanted to see anything. Oh, I forgot to show you the witch. So if I go off and show you the witch, my hand is glitched out, which is great. So here comes the witch. Just ensure my difficulty's on easy. Yep. There is the witch. That is what a witch looks like. And if I go into game mode 0, it should attack me. It doesn't want to attack me today. It's too busy going for a swim. Right, okay. Now, time for the wither boss. I'm going to get absolutely destroyed here. So that is the recipe for it right there. Basically the same as an iron golem, but using these. So here we go. You want to get away from it, and yeah, as you can see, the outsides have sort of gone a different colour. Now that the wither has been spawned, and oh my god, that actually scared me. So here is the wither. I believe it's going for the pigs. The noises for the wither are actually pretty intimidating, I'm not going to lie. But if I just diamond. But yeah, it's pretty scary sound. I'm just going to turn my sound down actually because that's really loud as well. As you can see, it has got the there we go, it's coming after me now. And down a bit more because it's very loud. What the hell? It's got a damage bar along the top. Obviously the fact that it flies is going to make it pretty difficult to destroy. It dropped nothing, okay. But obviously it glitched out at the start because I was game mode 1ing all the time, so it like confused it or whatever, I don't know. As you can see, initially it has literally blown up its section, so you cannot contain it really. Like, it is quite literally, there was a massive glass construction here and it's gone now. But yeah, I will list, I will give a link to the other updates and changes on the wiki in the description, so if you want to go ahead and have a read of that, then feel free to. But that's about it for this video. I have shown you the main features in my idea anyway. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. So goodbye.